Good afternoon to a special edition of Middle Ground with JLE, where we treat you like family. That's the theme song, Detroit Love, off my first album, The JLE Experience. I own the music and copyright. Have amazing guests for you in season 15, all the way from Nigeria. This is pretty awesome. We have Head of Business Development for EduWise.ng, Margaret Morolayo. If I said it correctly. You muted again.
Yeah, okay, you tried. You did your best.
How do you say it? So I'll make sure I get it right next time.
All right, it's called Morolayo. Boy, you did well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the first question, what led you to this path?
All right, okay. What led me to this path was around 2024, I was working at my former job, and that was a fintech. But before at the time, I usually complain about being stuck. I see myself that there's more to my being, and there's more to what I can achieve. So I kept going. But I spoke to some people in my inner circle. I spoke to some of my family members, and they told me what they do or what they did then was they told me not to quit, but I should just keep going. But I knew what I wanted for myself, that if I should listen to people's opinions, I might not be able to move from where I was. And coupled with the fact that to get a job, when you leave a job and you don't have any job to fall back on, there's this how do I say it? There's this fear. Yes, there's this fear, and there's this fear of the unknown, that okay, what would you do? But I kept going. It was around January to February. So I kept praying to God, and later on, around August, God spoke to me. God revealed himself to me that I should leave. That I should leave itself. I should leave the job. So, but when I didn't tell anyone at my former place of work. I didn't tell them that this was what God told me. So God spoke in parables. God gave me some patterns that at first when I saw the revelation, I didn't really know what it meant. So, but when God loves you, is going to tell you again. So it's now left for you if you're going to take that leap for faith or not. So God showed me another thing that really scared me. And he told me in a simple term that place of work can never get better and I should leave. So, yeah. So I told my family members, I told my mom, I told my partner that I think I've had enough, that I'm going to leave, even if I don't have any place to fall. So, but before then, I've been taking some courses. So it was not like I left empty-handed. I didn't leave empty-handed. So, but I have not really gotten a place to fix myself up to. So, but when I left, I got a place. I left because I wanted more, and I see myself that no. There's things that God has been saying particularly concerning my life. So when is it going to come to pass? Is it doing the same job that I've been complaining about, or getting stuck? So when I left, I did some volunteering jobs. So I volunteered for some people.
Okay.
Yeah, I volunteered for a company in the UK. So before I now got my final breakthrough, I got an offer with an immigration law firm in New York. So that was it for me. That was the beginning. Yes, that was the beginning. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So what is EduWise.ng?
All right. Okay. Do I say from the beginning or how I got myself in EduWise, or what the company is all about?
All about you. How much you want to share?
All right. Okay. Around last year, October, and yeah, that was my birthday. That was my birth month. So I had another revelation from God that okay, it was just like I was having a nap in the afternoon, and I just saw myself. God spoke to me, and in that revelation, I saw some of my ex-colleagues, and they told me that they heard about me that I've been moving mountains in immigration. So I didn't know what it meant. So because it was just an immigration law firm, and I was just for the company I worked for, I was just a VA and a legal receptionist. So, but what God told me was that he had I saw a former colleague and told me that I've been moving mountains and I've been doing a whole lot in the immigration space. So, but when I woke up, I didn't really understand what it meant. So I kept praying. I kept praying. So, but that before October finished, ended rather, because my birthday was 31st of October of last year. Every first, yes, 31st. So I got an offer with EduWise, and EduWise is just all about we helping students who wants to study abroad, yes, to get schools in the UK and other European countries.
Okay, cool. What are the duties of the head of business development?
Okay, my role is actually intertwined. So as the head of the business development, I look for leads. I call them, I generate leads as well. So I call them, but most especially apart from being a head of business for EduWise, I also counsel students, and I let them know that these are their options and this is what they should do, or these are the courses they can opt in for if they really want to gain admission.
I know that got to be challenging.
Yes, it's actually it's sometimes it's nerve cracking. So because some people, some students won't really accept the advice or counsel I give them, and they just want to get it fast and and yeah.
Yeah, this microwave world we live in now. Got to go through the steps. Okay. What tends to be the recurring issue companies you work with have?
Okay, I would talk about leadership. For my former companies, it's all about leadership, and I think it's just leadership.
Is it the way they go about the leadership, or not really knowing how to be a leader?
Okay, all right. I'm gonna paint a scenario. I hope God helps me regarding this.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, most of the times most of the companies I've worked for in Nigeria, most of them have this leadership problem, and some companies we're multinational, so they don't belong to Nigeria. So, but most people, once they attain the leadership role, they tend to go beyond what the laid down principle or policies the founder has in mind. So this really make people to feel that okay, it seems they are not loved here and they are not actually welcome, and they don't see themselves growing in that role. So yes, I think this has really helped me. I mean, I am from the first company I've worked for. This has really helped me to keep moving because like I am like I know myself. I know myself that someone told me this maybe 5 years ago that Margaret, you're a moving train, and a moving train is not stagnant. So once I get to a place and I see that okay, I think I can only spend 1 year or 2 years here.
Okay.
Once I do that, though I give you my best, you can if you really need my recommendation from my past companies, I give in my best. But when I see the signs, or when God, there's just this this troubling in the spirit that I usually have, that no, I need to move forward. So the leadership, yes, the leadership problem has really contributed in me moving from a company to a better company. I'll put it that way, from a company to a better company. So I really want to work, or I really appreciate working in a company that sees my value and know that you don't micromanage me.
Oh yeah, that'd be the worst. They do that. I know over here you have some people that still have that 1980s I'm your boss, do as you're told type approach, and employees are not receptive to that. It's more
Yeah.
we a team, but I'm the captain, but I can't get nowhere without you. That approach tend to work better with people because it comes off more respectful than the old school way. Is there a certain approach to sales? So that's another thing.
Yeah.
Like, what's a good example of someone does sales and they might want to get good at it?
Okay. Actually, I didn't really start. I didn't start out as a salesperson. So what I did for the immigration law firm was basically setting appointments. So I think if you can set an appointment, you can also be good at doing sales. So I started as setting appointment, and I also train students now on how to be a better appointment setter. So I didn't really start out as call sales. I didn't really start as a call salesperson because I used to be scared of I used to be scared of, okay, what if this person rejects and says he or she doesn't want to buy from me?
Mm-hmm.
So, but with time, because I, for one, have gone through God's training school. Throughout last year was God really trained me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. God really trained me, and I was able to see God and also know his plans and heartbeat for my life.
Okay.
So yes, so this that has contributed to me having coming out of my shell, because I used to be a very shy person, and I don't really like talking to too many people. I used to be very, very shy. I used to be very, very shy. Yeah, but God the way God refined me last year and made me go through many rigorous training, and yes, that really helped me to come out of my shell, and also to say that, okay, I don't need anybody's permission to shine. I can shine my shine. True. Mm-hmm. Yes. True God's spirit within me, and through God's help. Because the Bible says that in Philippians 4 verse 19 that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Yes. I believe that's my favorite Bible passage.
Okay, nice. Because you got to find yourself on your journey. And I never thought I'd be doing this. Oh, no, not me. Now, how different is it working with companies across the world compared to Nigeria?
Okay. All right. Well, one thing I really how do I put it? Okay, working in Nigeria, it's just 9 to 5, where you go to work every day. And sometimes my last the last before migrating into the immigration law firm, I was allowed to work remotely. But the differences are really okay. I would choose working remotely and working for a global company any day, anytime, because the benefits are, since they can bring you on board, that means they trust you and they've seen your value and your potential so that you can deliver. They don't just take people anyhow. They must have screened you. Yes, in the interview, you must sell yourself. So if you can't sell yourself and you can't show them that this is what you can actually do, then I don't think you'll be able to work with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because I know I had an anthropology business class years ago, and just like the Asian culture, we were learning how if you go to their home and you shake their hand in America, that shows okay respect, shake each other's hand, but in that particular culture, that was a sign of disrespect. And you might not close the deal because you didn't know or did your research that they don't do that. And I'm like, wow. You think everybody do what we do? Like, no, everywhere you go is very different. Okay. We reached the point where you promote what you have going on or coming up. Floor is yours.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, I've been able to develop myself to train people who really want to work remotely, because everybody wants everyone wants more for their life, and that is what I've come across, and what this is the study I've carried out. I, for one, I want better for my life, and yes, for myself. So and before I made that decision to start training people, or yes, individuals,
Mm-hmm.
there was I have had this prompting from 2024 that I think I can, whenever I speak on appointment setting to people. I had a colleague where we both joined a training at one point in time, and she told me that, Margaret, it seems you're really good at this appointment setting, even if I've not seen you work on your job, but I think you're very good at it. So, but she asked me that I should find a time and teach her. But I think then I was really taken aback, and I was like, no, can I teach you? Yeah. So I was like, no, can I really teach you? But I noticed that throughout last year, the prompting, there's this prompt in my spirit that didn't really leave me, and kept telling me that I can do this thing. I can actually do this thing. So within this year, since this year started, I've been able to train at least over 200 people,
Nice.
students, yes, on how to set an appointment and how to get remote jobs in that niche.
That's pretty awesome. You figured that out.
Yeah.
Okay. You thought about doing workshops with it or writing a book on it?
All right. Well, okay. Beginning of this year, I think I wrote some. I wanted to, but I think I've drafted some things regarding my
Okay.
experiences working as a as an appointment setter and in a remote setting. So I've always had this passion from, let's say, from from my university days.
Okay.
So, but I've not really paid attention to it. But now that you've said it, I think I've put in some things down, and sooner or later, maybe, I don't know, before the
Okay.
end of the year, yes, if I get a publisher, I'm going to publish it. And also, yes, regarding my experiences so far.
Okay. Had to come back talk about that book. Ever since I've written one, get a spidey sense around certain people. Like you talk to another author, just check and see. So far, I don't really be too wrong. Either they thought about it, they got a rough draft, or they getting ready to put it out. That's awesome. Anything else you got going on? You want to share with the people?
All right. Well, uh, aside of working for EduWise, I train students or people, individual, on how to be an appointment setter, and I'm also venturing into being an entrepreneur this year as well. So, to the glory of God, this year is looking good for me.
Nice. Okay. I didn't know how I can support or post something for you. For sure, you're gonna be great at it. Now, what has been your biggest challenge on your journey?
Okay. My biggest challenge has been sometimes I face rejection. Yeah. Yes. Many, not just sometimes, many times, but I've been able to understand myself and how God has made me. So, like I told you that I for one passed through Jesus or God's training school last year,
Okay.
because last year was really an eye opener about myself, about what God wants for me, and how to live my life as well. So, rejection has been part of um, some of the challenges I've experienced on this journey, especially coming from Nigeria
Mm-hmm.
and you trying to work with global companies. They will want to ask you that, okay, are you a good person, or are you this, or are you that? So
Mm.
yes, so rejection is actually part of the journey. So, but to the glory of God, I think I didn't really allow it to define myself. So God has helped me to grow out of it. So, but sometimes when the rejection comes, maybe I applied for a role and I know that, believe me, I'm going to get it, but it comes back as a rejection email. So sometimes it's devastating and um, it gets me sad. But I think, yes, I've come to realize that it's all part of the journey. So
Absolutely.
if you do not have such experiences, how will you be able to communicate to the outer world and tell them that, okay, see, you're not the only one going through this. I've also gone through this, and the fire did not kill me, or I was not drowned.
Mm-hmm. What God has you is for you. You might not see it during the journey, but when you finally get there, everything you've been through will add up. Like, okay, so that's why it had to happen this way. So I'll be the person for this. And you shine, giving God the glory, doing what you're supposed to do, helping others. But the journey itself can suck.
Yeah.
It really can. In your words, what has been your impact in the community?
All right. My impact has been okay. So
Okay.
number one, I would say that me being on LinkedIn or being active on LinkedIn has been my number one impact, because yes, I have some of my old colleagues coming to check out myself or my profile, just
Okay.
want to know that what is she doing? She left our company some years ago.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm always glad that whenever they come to my profile, they see
Mhm.
good things. They see, but yes, they see new things that, okay, this girl is, or this lady is doing well for herself.
Oh man, you shining because when I ran through it to come up with these questions, like she done a lot of stuff. Wow. Okay, you're gonna do some more
Yeah, by God's grace.
now. Hope I made you comfortable enough to give me that Yoda Nietzsche type world renowned advice. What advice do you have for someone trying to find their purpose?
All right. Okay. Thank you so much for that question.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Finding your purpose in life, if you've not found your purpose, it's actually, for me, I'm speaking from my perspective because of some of the things I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Finding your purpose, you can't do that outside God. Just have it at the back of your mind that you cannot find your purpose outside God. You need God to be able to tell you that this is the direction you need to go through, so that you can be successful, so that He can announce you to the world. So, because it's God that announces people, it's not about virality, or yes, or it's not about being going viral. Some people go viral, and at the end of the day, they just take one day shine, and that is all.
Mm-hmm.
So, but someone that is rooted in Christ and you're working according to what God has told you or shown you about your life, I believe you wouldn't make mistake. And even if you do make mistakes, you always go back to God. But God, you asked me to do these certain things. So why are these happening to me? So you'll be able to question God or have a dialogue with him. Not really questioning God, but have a dialogue with him. So you cannot seek your purpose outside Christ. Please, I want to people trying to find their purpose. You need to cultivate an act of worship and just have a fellowship with Christ daily, not a one-time thing. Because if you do it a one-time thing, because the Bible said that we should come to him, all he that labors and those that are heavy laden, that he will give us rest. So those are the promises of God. So when you face a challenge, you keep reminding God of his promises and keep praying specific and targeted prayers that, Lord, you created me to be so and so. At least you've shown me that this is my life path or my blueprint in life. So why are this thing not happening yet? So you pray targeted prayers. Yes, you pray targeted prayers, and in no time, God is not a magician that everything will just come, boom, and everything will make sense. Yes, it takes time. Yes, you keep growing and it keeps refining you daily.
True.
So yes, have it at the back of your mind that you cannot seek or get your purpose outside Christ. Because I, for one, year 2024 stroke 2025 was my own turning point. Because if I had not left that job, I wouldn't know that there was more for me. And I would just be on the road, complaining, grumbling, not having to do more. Now I don't find it difficult to read my Bible, and I live life on my own terms. Let me put it that way. I live life on my own terms. So without being bothered and worried. Yes, I live life on my own terms because of the remote setting or the benefit that comes with working remotely. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, they got great benefits working remotely. This been your first podcast or second?
Okay, this is actually my fourth podcast.
Okay, nice. Awesome. Hold on. We got the effects for you.
Okay.
Yes. How did you like it? Did that make you feel comfortable?
Yeah, I do feel comfortable.
Yeah, you're gonna do more. That book come out, gonna help more people. Any final words before I let you go?
Okay. All right, my final words is this. Believe in yourself and just believe in yourself. If people around you do not believe in you, please do believe in yourself. And whatever God has shown you regarding your life, please take it seriously. Take it seriously. And another thing is that you don't really need going from one place to the other. You can have a relationship with God, and this relationship would blossom and it will help you. It really help you at the long run. So have a relationship with God, believe in yourself, and pray always.
That's beautiful.
Thank
That's
you.
all right there. we do church over here. Lord knows he had to drag me to do all this. I'm trying to be doing none of what my dad was doing as a pastor. Like, I'm good. Well, I definitely appreciate you. It's nighttime over there. So I want to thank Head of Business Development of EduWise.ng, Margaret Morolayo. I don't know if I got it wrong. Hope I got it right. My apologies if I messed it up again. For sharing their journey all the way from Nigeria, this is like the coolest interview ever. Like, wow, we global out here. This is awesome. And we talk about God. 2-for-1 deal. So I hope y'all gonna get it again because it's gonna come on again at 8, the regular time over here in America. But hey, talk about it, share this, find your purpose. Don't let anybody stop you. I hope everybody enjoy it. We got a new episode of the sports show later. Till next time, everybody, y'all have a great night.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in to the latest episode. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to purchase my latest products, my books and music, go to Amazon.com. I have new merchandise on the way. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with JLE Network. Thanks for coming.
Detroit, welcome to the D, baby.
3-1